As you walk through the valley of the shadow of hell, you will realize that there is something ahead. Something that lurks behind the dark veil. A veil that is beyond our own comprehension. Beyond the veil.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Beyond the Veil.
Beyond the veil!
So we're back, and I do have to confess a few things here shortly.
Yeah, he murdered 5 children.
Yeah, before we get into the humble beginnings, let's go ahead and... Hey, what have you been up to, Mike?
Fucking my hand a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty
much.
good.
That's what I do.
I do that, too.
I got a couple days off. And
I cheated on my other hand, though.
Sweet.
My regular hand. My side bitch.
No, I've been working a lot, man, and I got a project I need to cut that I've been slacking and not cutting, and which is kind of lame. And
It's been sitting there.
It's been sitting there. What about you, man?
I have been working. I think I brought this up the first time we recorded this, and we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I've been working outside doing some fucking shit in the sun, like doing storage.
Fuck the sun, dude.
Dude, basically, I buy people's forgotten things.
Oh shit!
The storage units that people forget about.
Just wait till you find something that's haunted, and you're gonna be fucked.
Right? Yeah. This cursed doll. I thought it was just going to be my fun fuck doll, but
this haunted pair of old panties.
Yeah. I put them on my body.
Now I'm a woman.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I haven't been doing too much. But okay, here's the confession, guys. Okay. I'm just gonna tell.
Straight up.
We got shit-faced on. And this, you won't even know, but we got shit-faced a couple of days ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we even posted a video that was pretty ridiculous. It wasn't too bad, but it was all downhill from there.
It was par for the course.
Yeah, it was definitely par for the course. But we got shit-faced, and I, being the bad sound engineer, decided to record both of our voices through my mic only. So I was having this wonderful conversation with Mike, but he wasn't there.
I was a ghost.
You were just in the background. I was like, but yeah, maybe, just maybe, it was like a sign, you know?
Oh, it's all good. I don't really care, man. It's all good. Because
the radio gods were like, no,
I know. The radio gods were like, slow your roll, dude. Just slow down.
Not this one.
Not this one. Don't spend it here.
Oh, my God. There is some fucked up things we said in there, though, of what I can remember. They would have been hell editing that shit. But, so what have you been doing? I mean, other than jerking off, just work?
Kind of looking for a new job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I applied for a new job at work and watching a lot of TV. What have I been watching lately? Fuck, man.
Anything good?
Not really. Everything has been fucking sucking. I've been watching a lot of Man vs. Food. No, not Man vs. Food, I'm sorry. What's that Guy Fieri's stupid show where he just drives around in his Camaro and he just eats fucking shit and then talks about it?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm really bad at regular TV. Like I don't even subscribe to cable. I'm like the worst pop culture, maybe.
I tried watching ABC's of Death.
Oh, you did?
I didn't finish it. I got through most of it.
Okay.
I thought conceptually it was a great idea.
Right. On paper.
On paper. And I really appreciate what they were trying to do, and I really dug it. Mm-hmm. But it just didn't do it for me.
Well, yeah.
It felt like the kind of thing that if I was going to a club and they were having a dance off, pants off, you know what I mean, or whatever, like, I could see it being projected on the back of the wall of the dance club. Because there was no story, there was no plot, there was no character.
Some of them did, but
okay, maybe. Yeah. But for the most part, it was just stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I could just get up, do the dishes, you know, play with my cock or whatever.
Oh, no way! Some of them are really good, but some of them I'm like, meh.
Okay.
Like, I could do without. But
Didn't
there's
they
a
have-
few gems in that.
Didn't they have one for F? It was like these Japanese chicks farting.
Maybe.
F for fart.
It has been a while, but that makes sense.
Okay.
There was there was a movie about farting, and there was like some demon fart, and
Oh.
it came out of this girl's ass.
Toilet ass or whatever the movie's called.
Remember what it was called?
It's about like a haunted toilet or something and like demon poop. Or
But
something.
it was like I remember the fart was yellow, and then some chick came out, and she was like all like some Indian god or some shit. I'm
Kelly.
fucking all over the place.
Something
It was
like
really fucking weird. I don't remember if it was any good, but well, let's talk about what this episode was intended to be about 2 days ago.
Yes.
We were interested in. We were trying to come up with an idea for what we wanted to do, and we figured we're going to touch upon some of the big things with us
Like my
at first.
penis.
Some sort of general sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, just to kind of get the wheel turning. But I guess we're interested in mindfuck movies, and we were talking about that.
Yeah, dude. Having a director like pull up on my head and sticking his penis into my frontal lobe.
Virtually? What is it? What would it be? Yes, but there is a lot of really good directors that can do that. And one of them that's our common bond, and I'm sure we're not alone on this, but is Cronenberg.
For sure.
If you don't know who Cronenberg is and you like to be taken on a wild adventure and your brain shitted all over and fucking whatever else, it's pretty actually, Cronenberg is the shit.
Yeah, he's the king of body modification horror, but he also does a very good job of fucking your mind
Yeah, oh yeah.
with his Canadian penis.
So we figured not only would we talk about Cronenberg and just like single it out on Cronenberg and just like have some sort of masturbatorial like episode over Cronenberg. Oh, you got the picture out, bro?
Oh, dude.
Cronenberg! But no, I mean, he's really that good. I have no shame. But yeah, we're going to talk about mindfuck movies. But first, so again, we're a little on the late side of doing the cool horror theme shots.
Yeah.
But we are taking separate types of shots today.
Yeah.
Because we really just at the last minute we're trying to get this done so we could get this episode out today on Monday.
Because you guys need to hear it. You need to hear this stuff. This is important stuff.
But we're like fucking, we had such a perfect episode. So let's drink to a brand new remake of episode 3.
Yeah. So it's meta episode
Yeah.
of remake on remakes.
Yeah, it's a remake of the remake. So this is going to be the shittier version. But at least it's by the same directors. Oh. I thought it was way more than a shot. Big pussy.
Big old pussy. Right, straight off the news from the West End Front. I'll read you the news.
Here is the fucking news.
First of all, let's go over the new Kevin Smith movie coming out.
Oh, okay.
I saw Tusk. Did you see Tusk?
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of weird for me because I have mixed feelings on it. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great movie, but it wasn't an overly bad movie.
Right.
It kind of felt like it had one foot in the Human Centipede area.
Right. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. And it's almost like, to some degree, if I didn't know that Kevin Smith made the movie, if it was just a no-name director,
Right.
I probably would have been like, fuck, this is awesome. I'm so proud of this guy. But when it's coming from Kevin Smith, I was like, I probably would have expected better. But at the same time, as much as I thought it was iffy, I would probably still buy it because it's so obscure and strange.
Right.
I would
It's
wanna
enough for you to go, okay, this has never really been done before.
Yeah. What I was getting into was he's got a new film coming out where it's called Moose Jaws.
Yeah.
It's he wants to take Jaws and remake it, but rather than a shark, have it be a moose. It's I think it's the final.
Fuck you to the industry.
No, I don't know, man. It's like it's supposed to be like, I guess you have like this Canadian trilogy, and this is the last one is Canadian trilogy, if I understand
Right.
correctly. But still,
Wait, a trilogy?
Tusk is one of them.
Okay, so there's these fucked up stories that are all part of each other.
As far as I understand.
Okay. But these are different stories. Like separate, completely different stories.
No, yeah, you got it. Same kind of thing.
Okay.
It sounds like I was saying he's kind of remaking Jaws. The third act is supposed to be different than actual Jaws.
Right.
But it's still kind of like he's remaking it, but with the moves. And it's on land in Canada. Yeah, I know.
I gotta say, I'm a little... I don't want to be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, Kevin?
Damn it,
because
Kevin.
what if it's genius? You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, what are you fucking doing, Kevin?
I don't know, man.
It could be good. I'm totally open to it. We all are fucking crazy, and we like weird shit. So obviously he is too. I think the Red State was actually a really good direction for Kevin Smith.
Oh, it was pretty cool, man.
I know
I really dug on it.
I think what it was is that I don't think he was even really trying to do necessarily a horror movie.
Yeah.
As so much as he was trying to do some like kind of weird, wacky sort of I don't like Christians type thing, maybe.
Okay.
Making fun of like the crazy Westboro Baptist types.
Yeah.
And like, what if they were just like really crazy and like, what the fuck? Like that would totally make sense to me. And I really like that movie a lot, actually.
Yeah, I have to see it again. I haven't seen it for a while.
Yeah, I think, and John Goodman's in it, which he's not like the main part of it. But he does his job, and he does a really good part in it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Moose? Jaws? I'm not really sure what I think about that.
Okay, the next thing I got is like, turns out they're making another Friday the 13th film.
Yes, that's right.
It's supposed to be more of an origin story, talking about the origins of Jason Voorhees and his parents.
Which is kind of boring. No, I'm kidding.
It sucks cocks in hell.
Honestly, it really would be cool to know. Like, they kind of show it in the other movies, though.
Well, yeah, the first movie.
He just drowned, right? Like,
well, yeah, like he got picked on and he drowned because the counselors were too busy fucking each other and smoking weed.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why
which is pretty
you should
cool.
never fuck.
Or smoke weed.
Or smoke weed, yeah. Which is wrong.
It's wrong. Don't do it. It's illegal.
So who's directing it?
Breck Eisner. He did The Last Witch Hunter, The Crazies, and a few TV shows, but also Sahara.
The Crazies is actually... I actually really like that movie.
I have to watch... I've only seen the original. I've not seen the remake.
Me and Christina will watch that movie every year.
Wow.
And whenever I suggest it, she's like, yeah, let's watch that.
Let's watch that.
So it's just like one of those things that we like. I don't know, because it's got some Cronenberg-esque moments because people are going nuts. And to be honest, the original film that fucking George Romero did... he directed that movie, I believe, and it was like
The Crazies.
Yeah, he did the original Crazies. So
I thought that was a
technically
Cronenberg flick. The original. I thought the original Crazies was a Cronenberg.
Nope, it's George Romero.
Holy shit!
But the remake, I don't think that's really a bad thing because I don't think the Crazies, the first one, was really all that good. It kind of reminded me of like Andromeda. Do you remember the Andromeda?
Oh, that's
strain?
so old school, dude.
Yeah, like
I watched that in class.
Dude, that movie was kind of cool, but it was like, once you get past a certain point, it's all science.
Yeah.
And kind of like...
Science is dumb.
Straight-laced, Whoa. It's like, I don't know. It's like Outbreak or something. I don't know. But yeah, Crazies I really like. There's some really fucked up scenes in that movie.
That's cool, man.
And there's like, there's some cheesy shit. But yeah, that's kind of cool that he might be taking it on. He might do it justice. No,
it's cool, man. Like, I'm down. It's just like, we've already had... I don't know, man. I'm a purist when it comes to slasher flicks.
Right, yeah.
I mean, like, Sean Cunningham. If it's not Sean Cunningham, I don't know who else is going to do it. The remake that we saw back in whatever.
Right.
I saw it in theaters, and it sucked dick.
Dude, yeah, well...
And I fell asleep in the theater.
I don't mind it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like floating in the...
It's like a passive-aggressive
like
hand job.
My nostalgia and wanting it to be so good is so strong that... I don't know, like that it kind of, how horrible it was, maybe it meets somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like opposites pulling to each other and it's like somewhere in the middle. But I don't know. I there was some really bad dialogue in there. Lots of, obvious gratuitous nudity, which I was totally cool with that.
Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah, where he stabs a knife into her head and then she's under the dock.
Oh, yeah?
And then you like, it's just like, it pulls her up and she's like, ah! And you just see nothing but large breasts. I mean, it's pretty much just
Awesome.
yeah. I mean, in a way that's kind of what it was, but it's a little overdone.
I know, I hear you.
So what do you think of them going back and to his sort of a Rob Zombie-esque, version of Halloween for Friday the 13th?
It's conceptually it's cool. It depends on how they handle it.
Keep it short.
Well, yeah, I mean it's very cool because that's really where the story is.
Right.
But I don't know how they're going to handle it. I mean, it's tough.
I think they've learned from Rob Zombie not to make it too long in a way.
So I'm looking forward to it, but I really don't know. You know what I mean? Slasher flicks like Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Friday the 13th. We haven't really seen those since.
You said that twice. You mean Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, I'm kind of drunk.
Already?
But I'm saying we haven't seen those for a while, since like the 80s. So I don't know how they're going to handle it. It's a very 80s thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what would you say is your favorite in order?
Really, if I had to pick, I would say Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I mean, Freddy's not quite Jason Voorhees.
No.
Or, Michael from...
right.
But Freddy's my go-to dude.
I think I'm on agreement with you on the top for me, but I mean, there's a lot of argument to be had there.
Okay.
Because depending on what you're looking for, like I've always felt like Freddy was always kind of the most creative slasher ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's really creative, and I think a lot of movies like Wishmaster and weird shit like that have kind of tried to play off that in some ways. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess Jason is just like. There's no talking to him. You know what I mean? It's just like pure...
He's a land shark.
Death. Yeah. They get into his head in a couple of the movies in like 8, where he falls into the well, or into the sewer in New York. Oh. And he's like all shaking.
Manhattan. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah. So what other news we got? Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of weird for me. There's a new TV show coming out on Fox, The Exorcist.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I read an article where it's not going to be a remake. It's going to take place within the same universe.
Okay.
And they're going to nod their head a few times to the exorcisms that take place in, I forget where it was. Penisville?
Fuck. What?
Penisville?
Yeah, totally Penisville. I think it's Penisville. It's a suburb of Ballsville.
Georgetown.
Georgetown, yes. And I used to live right there. I literally went up those stairs. There's like 75 of them.
Oh,
I've gone up the stairs where the priest falls out
That's hardcore.
From the first movie. Like I went up, I counted all of them. And it's like really creepy going up to the top, but once you get to the top, it's like all these nice houses and a church and stuff.
They're saying it's going to be not a remake. Mm-hmm. It's going to take place in the same universe, and they're going to be really sparse on the use of tubular bells, which is the iconic.
So they'll have like some variation of it.
I don't know. I just know that like fuck you guys, because that song is so fucking iconic when it comes to The Exorcist. I want to hear that. I don't need to hear it every time, but if I can at least hear it during the intro during every episode.
It has to be in there, sprinkled in there somewhere.
And the other thing, too, is, like, normally I would say you're going to fucking drop the ball, but it's Fox.
Right.
And Fox is a network, but then again, they did give us the X-Files. And
True.
And X-Files did have a little bit of teeth.
Right.
So maybe we're going to actually get something that has some...
I think a lot of these networks now, what's happening now, is that the side networks, the ones that you get on cable TV...
Oh, yeah.
Are getting bigger than the national networks. Like, they're starting to get a little scared.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are wising up to the bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all shows on network TV are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I'd say the majority of them are. Like, I can't stomach them, and maybe I'm just a dick, but I think they're starting to get a little scared, so they're trying to put a little teeth in their network.
Dude, which is cool, man, because they need to. It's hard to compete with Showtime, HBO, and FX, and
AMC,
and all that kind of stuff. It's tough, man.
Yeah, they're coming up with some good shows, and it used to be the only place that you could see shows like that were on like HBO, and Showtime later on. But HBO is always like the first one, I think.
Oh, for sure,
for that kind of shit.
For sure.
There was another show out that was called Damien. And
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Damien is basically takes like footage from the movies and puts it into the show. Now, this show got canceled. And to be honest, at first, I don't see why it wouldn't have been canceled. But at the end, it starts getting good. Like,
Shit.
it starts getting really good. And there was some stupid shit in there. Don't get me wrong. Like, it had some massive turds in there. But it like caught my attention finally at the end, and then I hear it's not going to have a season 2. I was like, motherfuck. I just devoted all this time to this motherfucking show. Seeing The Exorcist, and honestly, if you guys haven't seen the trailer, this shit looks well shot. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like they took the time. And there is not static, but there is some nice flowing shots that are like, it just seems like they're taking their time, and they're really going for the atmosphere, which I think is fucking great.
Oh, for sure, dude.
So hopefully they stick to that. But if you haven't seen the trailer, we'll post it in some of the links or something.
Yeah, for
so you
sure,
can
man,
see
for
that.
sure.
Is there anything else?
No, that's all the news.
That's all the news. What was it? It was like last week after we did the second episode and I posted it up. Or it was Wednesday. God, second episode Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We posted it up. Right before we posted it up, I was like talking online on Twitter, and there was a guy by the name of Found Footage Fan.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were talking about found footage in our second episode. So I was like, oh, he added me on, or added us on Twitter, and I was like, oh, how funny. I was like, our second episode was dedicated to found footage in a light way. I was like, it was Cannibal Holocaust was the first movie, right?
As far as I knew.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think we ever really fully stated it, but I do want to make a humble amendment anyway.
For sure.
Because Found Footage Fan from foundfootagecritic.com, who I'm giving a big shout out to.
Shout out.
He's like, well, you should go to our website that has over 520 found footage films to find out. And I was like, what a plug. No, but when I went, I was like really surprised, and it's like really in depth about all the different movies that are out.
Yeah.
And they're just like keeping a catalog. So eventually, holy shit, there's going to be like a ton on this thing. I mean, 520 is I didn't think there was that many to begin with.
I had no clue.
Yeah, I mean, I had no clue either. So, I'm sure some of them are loose, like we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But if they say that these were on tapes and you're watching that, but this goes all the way back. The very first one was Punishment Park. 1971. And I got the pleasure to watch this because of Found Footage Fan and foundfootagecritic.com. I went and watched the movie. I streamed it or something on somewhere. And it was like 2 hours long. And it was really good.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Like, it had, if you guys haven't seen this movie, it basically is where a bunch of kids or revolutionaries are fighting against the government during the Vietnam War. And they were basically trying to stop the war. Some of them were draft dodging when they were asked to go to war. And they were like, no, we're not fighting your war. We don't believe in this, et cetera, et cetera. But really what it is, it's these two crews, this German and this English crew, from the UK or something. They go out to film how our judicial system works with this Punishment Park. And they're doing a documentary. And they're like showing you footage of the people out doing what they call Punishment Park.
Yeah.
And what they have to say to the judges and stuff before they go to it. The judge will say, hey, you can go to jail for 20 years and lose your freedom, or you can do Punishment Park for 4 days, and if you survive, you are free to go.
Shit.
So the youth, like all of them decide to go to do Punishment Park because it seems like a breeze. Yeah. They know it's going to be hard, but they don't really know exactly what's happening. So they send them out into the wild. They give them a 2-hour head start in the middle of the desert in California. They run. They have to get to, I think it's like 56 miles, 53 or 56. If they can make it between this canyon in the desert to the flag in 53 miles before they get stopped by the police, they get to be free.
Shit.
But shit starts going wrong and they start killing people. Like the cops, like this is like a training ground for all the cops. and they start killing people, and mayhem ensues. And it's like this whole dialogue between war and death and murder and what the cops are. And it honestly mirrors everything that could be literally going on like right now.
Yeah, damn, dude.
So it's really fascinating that in 1971, we're almost dealing very similarly to very similar topics and very similar revolutionary stuff, I guess. That is interesting.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool
If you get a chance to watch it, I highly recommend it. I thought it was a really good film. I don't even know what they thought of it, but I'm sure they probably like it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't actually see it. I watched the trailer.
I gotta watch it.
Okay, dude. I'll check it out.
It's like, I thought, it wasn't going to be that. I was like, 1971, such a toss. We don't know. It might be bad or good, but it was really good.
That's
So,
cool,
but anyway, thank you, foundfootagecritic.com and Found Footage Fan for
hell yeah.
setting us straight.
Setting us straight!
Smackdown. So I guess we'll try to go over some new releases. Some new movies that are coming out.
Oh, yeah. What's coming out, dude?
On Blu-ray.
Oh.
Like, I like to collect Blu-ray. I don't know if a lot of guys do.
I do.
I know a lot of my friends fought against Blu-ray in
No.
the beginning.
I'm
They're
down.
like, I bought all these movies on VHS and DVD. And now I gotta buy it on another one, you motherfuckers.
DVD,
And now we're gonna be going through that again with 4K.
Yeah.
So,
fucking shit.
time to rebuy. But yeah, some of the new releases, and these aren't in necessarily any particular order, so I'm just gonna go through these. One of them is The Thing. They're re-releasing it by Scream Factory.
The John Carpenter one?
Yes, the
Oh,
John
that is
Carpenter The
fucking
Thing.
phenomenal. It's the greatest.
One of the greatest horror films, especially score-wise, and just theme.
Well, it's just fucking bizarre.
It is pretty crazy.
We don't get a lot of bizarre, weird movies nowadays. We get a lot of like boilerplate pieces of fucking dog shit.
Well, and if you want to look at a film that does like practical effects justice,
Oh, dude, for sure.
that's one of them right there.
But Carpenter's one of my go-to guys for yeah, he's one of my favorite directors. hands
Some of
down.
his later stuff, I can understand that it's not everybody's cup of tea. Might be a little too mainstreamy. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But some of his later stuff has been kind of a little lacking. Man, Carpenter does such an amazing job in The Thing. And to have it come out September 20th for Scream Factory again. They did have some special releases that they were going to, or not special release, special editions.
Okay.
And I think it was just like a poster and that someone redrew. Because, at Scream Factory, they do like 2 covers.
Okay, yeah.
And you can pick between the one you want.
Yeah.
They give you the cardboard sleeve of the new cover. Plus, if you flip the insert around, it'll have the original cover too, which is awesome. That's total fan service. But they got a new 2K transfer with new 4.1 audio, so it should be really good. And something else that's coming out that we were kind of talking about was The Exorcist, and The Exorcist 3 actually is coming out. It's a collector's edition of that on October 25th. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't remember it. It's been a long time.
Really? Yeah,
But-
you
but
need
I
to
have
check
seen it,
that one
yeah.
out too.
It's good. It's
William
good.
Peter Blatty's.
The Exorcist.
Is it Blatty's? I don't know.
I don't know.
Sounds Irish. But yeah, that's coming out October 25th. 25th.
No problem, man.
You can watch older people crawling around on the ceiling. No, I went like 3 different accents right there. I do believe that there is Basket Case 2 and 3 on Blu-ray out right now.
Oh, wow.
And those are like $12 a piece on
Dude,
Amazon.
for Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a fucking blank screen and snow, it's still...
Well, I have the first Basket Case, and it was, they didn't shoot in the right, that they could make it a widescreen version.
Oh, yeah, because it's so retro.
Yeah, I think it was like 8mm or some shit like that, like something crazy. So they couldn't like make it,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Even still having it, it's still in 1080p or at least high resolution, but just not in, the 1080 or 1920, I should say. But let's see. We got, Cronenberg, Rabid, collector's editions coming out November 22nd.
Oh, cool, man.
We were talking about this, Shivers. There's Shivers and then there's Rabid. And I always get the 2 confused. If I'm not alone on this, guys, you need to say something and say, because I always get confused between Shivers and Rabid and which one's which.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it. There's more. But we'll say them next time.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, those are somewhere in the future. There's a lot more stuff. There's even one that's not necessarily horror that I'm really looking forward to. Is Rima Williams. Fucking fantastic fucking 80s movie. I fucking love that movie 100%. And that's coming out on Blu-ray, but on Twilight Time. If you guys know who Twilight Time is, they don't really do a lot of extras. Okay. They just kind of, they're like, well, we'll put some money into this. We're not going to put a lot in. So, but maybe they'll start to figure it out like Lionsgate did with Scream Time. Or Scream Factory, I should say. But yeah, that's it for the new releases. You want to kick us off into Mindfuck movies?
Mindfuck. Do you want to fuck your mind? Open up your head and enjoy the penis penetrating your frontal lobe. Well, the idea is we're going to get into mindfuck movies that really fuck with your head.
Yeah, like what's one of the first ones you saw?
The first, we're definitely going to talk about Cronenberg because he really does a good job of fucking with your brain.
I agree.
But one of my big, honestly, huge mindfuck movies, and I know you've seen it, is called Angel Heart.
Angel Heart, yeah, that's right, okay.
Which
is, okay, that's going to be a little different for most people listening probably, but I don't know.
I just know it's literally one of those movies where I saw the end of the movie and I literally stood up and was like, fuck. What
the fuck?
I went out, I opened my window and was like, fuck!
He like puked in the theater. My mind has been fucked! I've been raped!
No, it's literally like spoiler alert. It's about this dude who gets hired by Lucifer basically to find himself because he sold his soul to Satan to become a famous musician, and he used black magic or voodoo, I guess you could say, to skirt tail Lucifer in regards to Lucifer coming to find him.
Oh,
and he's like
to basically win and then get away from him.
Yeah.
To get everything.
So it's basically a character who's like he basically gets hired by Lucifer to find himself, and then during the process he's killing people, but he doesn't know that he's the one killing the people. So at the end of the movie, he realizes that he's the one that he's been hunting down.
Oh wow,
and
that's kind of like
I suck dick for money.
Well, he was like a cop that was chasing after himself.
Oh,
Scanner Darkly.
Oh, I never watched that.
So it's kind of like that in a way.
In a way. I never saw that, though.
Mm-hmm.
But Angel Heart is like, it's so fucking chock full of symbology and really hardcore stuff. The last scene of the movie is like him flipping out and the cops are like, I forget the dialogue, but it's him going like, I know who I am. And then like the last scene is like him getting in an elevator going down to hell. If you like hardcore psychological horror,
I need to watch it again. I know you let me borrow it.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it yet.
It is fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
It is so smart in the brain.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch that tonight or something.
But that's the first mindfuck film I can think of. What about you?
I was trying to think of that while you were telling me this. I don't know. I'm trying to think back.
We said Brain Dead. Remember Brain Dead?
Yeah, but
not the Peter Jackson one, but the other one with
the Brain Dead movie. Well, that's not the first one.
Okay.
But it is one of the many ones that I felt it tickled my pickle. And I squirted in my mouth.
Gherkin,
and all of the female listeners just dropped off.
Or got off.
And maybe some of the guys, too. But Brain Dead has Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton in it. And that movie, if you guys haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend that movie. It is a Roger Corman classic.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually kind of around the time where Roger Corman was trying to be... I wouldn't say he was trying to be legit, but
he was trying to do larger projects, more
maybe larger projects.
Okay.
But this movie is essentially about a brain surgeon.
Okay.
And this brain surgeon, he's running out of funding, and the wing of his studies is getting closed because they don't see any progress coming from his end in his brain studies, even though he's doing like this fascinating work. So one of his buddies, who is Bill Pullman, by the way, is the main character.
Okay.
Bill Paxton
is his buddy.
Game over, man.
Game over, man.
Bill Paxton, he's like this slimy, grimy, trying to make it up the ladder corporate piece of shit.
So par for the course, another.
Yeah, like you just wonder why they were even friends, but they go way back.
Yeah.
It turns out Bill Pullman's character, I think it's like Rex, he gets married to this really gorgeous woman.
Okay.
And they were both going for her, at one time.
Yeah.
And he always regrets that she chose Bill Pullman over Bill Paxton. But Bill Paxton does a really good job of playing this slimy fucking character. Dude.
He's good at that, dude.
But he knows his buddy's really good at the brain work.
Okay.
And so he introduces this idea to his boss, Paxton does. And they try to turn in basically getting your brain worked on. Lobotomy, yes.
Lobotomy.
Yeah, they try to turn basically a practice of what Rex's character Bill Pullman does is he can basically do surgery on the brain where he can remove paranoia or remove depression or some bad memory that you had.
I need to get this guy's number.
And yeah, right. Yeah, I think we all do. A utopia will be formed, but they want to turn it into like this corporation, this conglomerate that Paxton works for. He brings his boss to this table, and what happens is Bill Pullman's character gets hit by a car.
Oh, wow.
And he's doing surgery on this one guy that they're supposed to do to fix so that they can see that this is a marketable thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that they could, like, turn it into a Wendy's lobotomy. Like, pull on in for a Nick lobotomy.
I'll take a number 4 with French fries and lobotomy. Yeah. Pull it onto the second window, please.
But he's, like, losing his mind when this is all happening. It's, like, the biggest... Like, he's getting all the funding, but he's, like, it's perversely wrong.
Okay.
And he's, like, also working on this guy, and he's losing his mind. But the way that they transition between all the elements, it's just fucking great.
Damn,
and
dude.
it's really, there's not that much crazy shit that's going on. It's all practical shit. It's really all practical shit. But it's a really great movie. If you like mindfuck movies, I highly recommend that. Jesus, I can't even talk.
Let me see another mindfuck movie. I mean, obviously we're going to talk about Cronenberg.
Well,
but
yeah.
Let's put
We're
him
throwing
on...
out some weird gems.
Yeah, let's see what else other mindfuck movies. Primer, maybe? That's
I would say that could be considered a mindfuck movie.
Because you watch it and you don't know what you just watched, and you have to watch it 5 more times to even possibly understand watch it 5 more times.
By the way, I mean, I would say that movie is probably one of the most intellectual time movies ever made. There is so much going on. It's like reading a fucking crazy ass book that makes no sense to you. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's like just it's on the surface, it's understandable.
Yeah.
But they're going at it so fast and they're doing so many different things that's changing so many different timelines. And what they're doing in it, there's actually a girl, and I believe it's called like New York City Girl or something like that on YouTube, and I'll try to link it for this cast.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
She does an entire breakdown of the Primer movie.
Yeah.
And puts it in it's like a 20-minute video. But she does such an amazing job of breaking it down. I was really kind of caught off guard and blown away. So if you have ever seen Primer, or if you haven't, go see it. But if you have, and you still don't know what the fuck is going on in this movie, and you still don't understand, watch her video, and it will make all the sense in the world.
Dude, I gotta check
But
it out.
after you're done watching that video, you'll totally forget.
The another one I can bring up, but I don't like bringing it up because it's a very mainstream movie, is Inception.
Inception? Oh, no, I mean, a lot of people would consider that a mindfuck movie.
Yeah, but for me, it was a good film. I mean, Christopher Nolan, he knows his shit.
Sure.
But it's a very big, high budget... I feel bad bringing it up. I feel like it's...
No, I don't know. It depends, because mindfuck, everybody has a different mind, so whatever fucks with their head. It is intellectual to some degree.
Yeah.
Because you kind of figure out, like, why is the top spinning?
Why is the top spinning?
Why is it spinning? Does it fall?
Centrifugal force, that's probably why.
No spoiler alert, I don't even know. I saw that in the theater.
I did too.
I would say, now that we've gotten a few just random ones that maybe people relate to or something, I would say Cronenberg has the lion's share of mindfuck movies.
Yeah, dude, Videodrome,
Yep.
Existenz, and Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch, yeah.
That's his mindfuck trilogy.
I will say, and I had an experience watching Naked Lunch.
Were you naked
An altered
eating lunch?
experience. No, I watched that movie, and there's a part in Naked Lunch where they're in Interzone.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember what country it is, but it's a place where like Jack Kerouac, Hunter S. Thompson, and William S. Burroughs, who wrote the book Naked Lunch, who David Cronenberg loves, they used to do a lot of drugs and write a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, William S. Burroughs, I'll get into that later. But there's a part in the movie where he's talking to some guy that's there as a writer and he's a tourist.
Okay.
Talking to him about something, and he's like, as he's talking to him, he's like, we're not really having this conversation verbally. Right now, if you look at my lips, and his lips are moving out of sync.
Oh, dude.
And he's like, right now I'm having this conversation with you telepathically. If you look at my lips, you'll notice. And I was like, what the fuck?
I know, dude. That's
and it sounds so simple.
That's
but
where my head
so
exploded
effective.
into fucking outer space, dude.
Dude. And that's just a minor thing.
I know,
but it
dude.
blew my mind.
I know, dude.
What was one of the craziest parts in the movie that you can remember? I mean, aside from some of the most amazing fucking catch lines that you could ever re-utter.
From Naked Lunch?
Yeah, like, is there anything?
I just remember him doing a lot of, he would snort the, or whatever, do the bug.
The millipede, the centipede powder?
Yeah, and then, like, remember the part where he had all these, like,
centipede
these
powder?
mugwumps or whatever, and they're like...
The mogwamjism?
Yeah.
Mogwamjism or some shit?
I remember that, because Burroughs was hardcore gay.
Oh, yeah. He was gay. He was also into a lot of heroin and a lot of drugs, but...
Well, they all were.
Probably around a time where he could... That was, like, okay in that country. But in that country, in that city you're staying at, like... All those things, the centipede powder, the mogwamjism, the fucking roach powder...
Yeah.
All of those were different types of drugs.
Yeah.
And when Hunter S. Thompson... When William S. Burroughs wrote the book... And by the way, that is a very difficult read.
I have not read it.
It is very ADD. Like it is. I mean, it's intelligent. It's got a flow to it. But I don't know if this is 100% true. But I heard that when William S. Burroughs wrote the book, he wrote it on all these typed pages. He was in like a fucking drug binge for months on end.
I heard that.
And people came to fucking his rescue because they were like worried about him. And he was writing this most amazing stuff that they had ever written.
Wow.
That he'd ever written. And somehow William S. Burroughs was frustrated with it and just threw all the pages in the air. And him and all his buddies tried to piece it together the best they could.
Yeah.
Because it was just so stream of consciousness, like while he's on this fucking drug binge and like everything he was writing. But yeah, Cronenberg took something that I couldn't even imagine beginning to write a story for.
Damn.
And then make about it. And he turned it into a movie, and it's fucking sexual. It's fucking dark. It's like what pornography on the world is like versus like drugs. And I don't know, man.
I gotta see it again. I haven't seen it for a while.
I think I got that on Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got it on DVD, but I don't think I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah. I think it was a Criterion collection.
Oh, shit.
So they did it before for DVD, but they redid it for the, I believe they redid it for the
Yeah, I haven't seen that for a while.
Blu-ray. Well, another movie, obviously, is one of my favorites, is the Videodrome you mentioned.
Oh, dude. Oh, for sure.
If I had to say in order, Videodrome, Naked Lunch, and existenz, those three movies in particular,
Yeah.
I would say it'd be Videodrome, Naked Lunch, and then existenz.
Yeah, existenz is just an updated version of Videodrome.
Yeah, it's almost like somewhere in between Naked Lunch and Videodrome.
Yeah,
it's almost like a sequel, to be honest, to Videodrome.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right. Because it's the same kind of concept.
Yeah.
But it's just, rather than being videotapes, it's a video game.
If you guys haven't seen Videodrome, I probably wouldn't listen after this. Spoiler alert.
Alert.
Turn off your head. But yeah, Videodrome, I mean, you guys have put it in your music.
Oh, dude, for sure, man.
Like
it's one of my favorite
what song
films.
It's called. What is it?
Reformat.
Reformat.
The whole song is about Videodrome. It's about rewriting your brain, and well, it's loosely based on the film. Yeah, heavily influenced by Videodrome.
That's a good song. We'll have to link that in the comments as well, so you guys
yeah.
can hear that.
Also,
but there's a
shameless
sample in
promotion.
there, and we're probably all gonna get sued, by the way, for that. But I remember I did a song for my band. I did "Long Live the New Flesh," which is like the thing they say in the revolutionary part of the Videodrome. And I remember before I came up with the song, and I was gonna write the entire song about it. There was a part where there's a Dr. Brian Oblivion.
Oh, Brian Oblivion?
Yeah, Dr. Brian Oblivion.
Brian Oblivion, you're right.
And he, I don't even know where I was talking about before.
The television screen is
Oh, the thing that he says in our things, yeah, it was like, the television screen has become the retina of the mind's eye. And in my song, I did the Long Live the New Flesh, kind of discussing like what the undertones of the movie were about subliminal recoding or ultra MK Ultra style type shit, but through commercials and TV and graphic images.
Yeah.
That's what, because that back in the 80s, that was a huge thing.
Also, as a side note, I'm surprised you know what MK Ultra is.
Oh yeah, no, I've read a lot of things about it. I'm not 100% sure what I believe, because a lot of people that are kind of the cheerleaders of it, are a little out there.
I know, but we can use that on a different episode because I studied as well, that kind of stuff. But not to derail the conversation.
No.
Another episode.
It's all part of the same thing. MK Ultra, I mean, they were trying to send a signal that would corrupt the mind to be able to be controlled by what they thought was the right way to live life.
Yeah.
And they were so obsessed with the right way and destroying anybody that was into filth and pornography and murder and death to be killed off and used as tools to basically to fight for the good cause or whatever. It was like,
it is by far one of my favorites, man. It's so fucking bizarre and weird.
It really is. I mean,
it's so sexual.
Yeah, very.
It's so weird.
Well, that's Cronenberg, right?
I know,
there.
dude. Yeah, he's very good with body horror.
Yeah.
And body modification and that sexual stuff and Deborah Harry, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like, Laura hates fucking Deborah Harry, but I love her music, man.
Really?
I'm into her.
She hates her? She doesn't hate her.
Well, she's like, oh god, turn that off. It's a Blondie. And I'm
really?
Like, yeah.
I mean, I'm not like a big fan or anything, but it's Blondie. But she was a really good actor, I thought.
She did a great job. She was very like distant and
flippant, kind of.
Yeah, and she fit the role.
Yeah, I love that scene where they're having Dr. Brian Oblivion on the Rena King show or whatever it was called.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, and they're like hitting on each other, James Woods' character, and her hitting on each other. He's like, what are you doing later? I would really like to ask you out. And then they like skip over it. But Nikki Brand, that's her name.
Oh, yeah.
That's her character's name.
Shit, I gotta go home and watch it now. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah, no, I watch that probably like twice a year at least.
Shit, man.
And then existenz I usually end up watching as well because it is kind of, I mean, I don't think it was intentionally a sequel by any means, but it's almost like in the future.
Yeah.
Like we're strapping devices on our head like VR, which we're plugging into our necks or spines.
But I agree. It's
disappearing.
I think it's an unintentional sequel.
Right.
But I totally agree.
Kind of fits the same tropes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that we're blinding ourselves with video games or something this time around. Or that we're messing with reality. Down with existenz. What do they call it? Down with...
I forget. It's been so long.
I can't remember. But that's another really great movie. And if you guys haven't seen this, you owe it to yourself to at least indulge in the fucking weird fucking visual scapes that Cronenberg has been a part of.
Yeah, he's good. He's good at like we're talking about, like I said, mindfuck films. If you want to get your mind fucked, if you want to get raped in the brain, Videodrome or existenz for sure.
And it may be a little outdated for some, but I think it still holds up. But I've been such a fan of it for so long. It's like I don't know what it would be like being a newcomer and just like watching those films.
I don't know. I mean, existenz is pretty. Well, was it mid-90s or something?
I think so, yeah. It was later. It was well after Videodrome.
Yeah, but I don't really think it matters. I mean, it's just good film. It's good intellectual film. The kind of film that I like, because
kind of makes you think.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get at.
Yeah.
Because if I watch a film and I don't walk around for the next 2 hours thinking about it and talking about it,
right,
then it probably wasn't a very good movie. If it's very one-sided and there's nothing to it, then it probably wasn't a good movie.
Ooh, you know what? I did a review on this a while ago for another podcast that I used to be a part of. I was with my friend Nick, the Starship. And
that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's cool,
me
man.
and him did a podcast called The Unknown Cast. And we did like 2 episodes, or 2 or 3. Yeah, we did 3.
Okay.
And the very first one was this movie. That's another mindfuck movie in a way. It's called Pontypool. Have you not seen that?
I don't think I know it.
Ooh.
Fuck.
That's actually based off a book, too. Pontypool Changes Everything is the name of the book.
Okay.
They did the first movie based on, like, one part of it, sort of, but they had the director and the writer were, like, buddy-buddy with this.
Okay.
But it's essentially a zombie movie.
Huh.
But it's not.
Okay.
Like, it's zombie-esque, but it has to do with the verbal language and how it infects your brain. And how, like, certain phrases and words bring out this inner fucking crazy that makes you go into a loop and start murdering people.
That has a term. That's actually something that's...
Really?
I can't remember.
That might be why he wrote it, because it was
I don't remember. I don't want to quote the term, but there's a book about a cyberpunk book called Snow Crash.
Okay.
That has a lot to do with that. About that kind of bullshit.
But Stephen McHatty's in the movie for Pontypool, and if you're not familiar with him, he's kind of he's a Canadian star, but he's so good. Like in this movie in particular, like I've seen him in some other movies, but he is so good. He plays a radio DJ first of all, and he's in a soundproof room. So go figure, like audio. But man, the way this unravels and like it really centralizes around this one radio station.
Shit.
And not much more outside of it. And they have people coming in and going, and like it's just the way that he talks, and he's telling he's telling the radio news and everything that. He's basically a failed radio jock. He's a shock rock DJ.
Yeah.
And he's a failed one, so now he's working in some podunk town in the middle of fucking Pontypool, talking about stupid shit that he doesn't want to talk about. But he's still really talented. So, but it's just, if you gotta see it, man, I'm telling you, that's another really great movie. And I would consider it a mindfuck movie because it kind of left me, it's like one of those movies that leaves you with that sort of, what the fuck just happened?
I think glossolalia is the term.
Glossolalia?
Glossolalia.
Hey, if you guys know what this is,
don't quote me because I may be mispronouncing it.
If there is a certain sort of,
but the term is like using terms and words
of endearment.
Well, no, terms of endearment.
No, they say that in the movie. That's why I say that.
Well, just being able to manipulate someone using language. I think that's what it's called. Because, like I said, Snow Crash is a cyberpunk movie or cyberpunk book that uses it heavily.
Okay.
Glossolalia, I think is what it's called.
Well, if you guys know for sure, let us know.
Yeah, because
in the comments, it's your job.
It's your job.
We're hiring you. Get to fucking work,
You're hired.
You slacker.
It pays $0 an hour, and you do all the work.
Yes, do our work for us, please.
But what about other mindfuck movies? There's other movies that it's tough because for me, like the most mindfuckery movie, like I brought it up earlier, was Angel Heart.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything else that fucks.
See, that makes me. You have sold me on watching that movie like very in depth, and I hope I like it because
it will rape your brain. It's literally like I'm not joking, dude. The film got over, and I really like.
What the fuck?
I'm like, I can't believe this just happened.
Well, I watched that movie, and I know I've seen it at least 2 times. I feel like I missed something. Like, did I miss it?
I don't know.
Like I didn't watch it or something. Or I didn't get it.
But when we're talking about mindfuck movies, we're talking about movies that go in one direction but wind up going a different direction,
or just take you in 50 million directions. Maybe sometimes.
Because I brought up Harrison Bergeron the other day. It's not quite a mindfuck.
Yeah, you did right there.
Oh yeah. Well, holy shit. Yeah, I can talk about it, but it's not quite a mindfuck movie. Not that I can think of, but because Harrison Bergeron I can talk about maybe on a later episode.
Okay.
It's a very, very cool movie based on a Kurt Vonnegut book. It doesn't really have any mindfuckery to it, per se, but it's just very emotional and very cool.
Okay.
But as far as mindfuckery, maybe Session 9.
Oh, yeah, I have that movie.
Yeah. And John Carpenter's...
That did a really good job.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. About like a chick going crazy and you don't know if what's happening is real or not.
Oh, I didn't know that was John Carpenter.
Did you see
Wow,
it?
I must have really lost touch. But The Ward, yeah.
Wasn't it? Was there a little mindfuckery to it?
I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, sort of.
I don't remember. It just popped in my head.
I haven't seen that in so long. I know I seen it.
Okay.
Is that the one where the like girl's in like a wheelchair and she died and she was like mistreated? She was like mentally handicapped and like she was like haunting the halls and she was like a nurse. Like the chick was like a nurse. And it was like this girl had broken brittle bone syndrome or some shit like that, and she was like attacking kids.
Wow, I just remember it was directed by John Carpenter.
Wow. Yeah, well, I have
remember.
seen so many movies.
I know, dude.
It's like I can't.
I don't remember.
It's in there. I just don't know how.
Okay, what about mindfuckery TV shows?
Wow.
Without
David Lynch's fucking Twin Peaks.
Dude, Twin Peaks.
Without a doubt.
I was gonna say, spoiler,
Huh.
Mr. Robot first season.
First season, you think?
Well, yeah, because it's basically Fight Club.
Yeah, it kind of. But that I wouldn't consider... Well, Fight Club is considered a mindfuck movie, technically. Yeah, I mean, it did leave that feeling and make you think about a lot of stuff, so...
I mean, I kind of saw it coming a mile away.
Right.
I knew it was going to be fucking Fight Club. But still, like, you didn't see it. You know, that's where they were going for, and... I can't think of any other TV shows.
TV shows, that's a tough one, man. I mean, I know that there was like a lot of the Twin Peaks stuff, which is so funny to me because I feel like I know that before Twin Peaks happened, they had shows that had a whole story over the course of the whole thing.
Oh yeah, the overarching.
But they were
story.
like, it was like Dallas or something like that.
I remember watching Dallas.
I mean? But like Twin Peaks, nobody could watch it because they were so used to watching episodes of shows that had a new story each fucking episode.
Oh yeah.
I think, and this is my theory, is that it was, and that show was so fucking weird if you didn't watch the first episode of Twin Peaks,
oh yeah,
you were lost.
I know,
and I wouldn't blame anybody for feeling lost. But I remember it dropping off, and I know they did a season 2, but I don't remember it being on TV, so I'm a little confused about that one. But
yes.
Yeah, there's not many TV shows that I can think of.
Yes, Twin Peaks, man. Like from what I remember, like granted, don't quote me. David Lynch and Mark Frost, they're the guys that did the show. David Lynch had no intention of ever letting anyone know who killed Laura Palmer.
Oh, yeah.
He never wanted to.
Because he felt it ruined the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the network was like, no, you got to let people know. No, you got to let people know.
So they did that shitty thing at the end.
So, yeah. So that's part of the reason he left the show was because he was like a fuck you to the network because...
Isn't he bringing it back now?
Well, it's from what I hear they are.
Yeah, like I heard, like I remember... Somebody sent it out as a rumor, and it was probably a true rumor, or that they had overheard them talking, like, network execs and shit like that. We're like, yeah, we should hire David Lynch.
Let's do this.
This Twin Peaks sold
Twin
a lot
Peaks,
on Blu-ray.
what is this? I like Peaks and I like twins.
Yeah. So, I know that he's supposed to do it again, I think, and he had denied it the first time.
Oh, man.
And then it got such popularity, I think he was like, all right, I'll fucking do it. Or they had already planned it. I don't remember how it went, but I believe it was one of those ways.
You could be spot on, man, because, like, from what I remember hearing in regards to X-Files being brought back...
Right.
Some podcast was like... I don't remember what podcast, and I don't know if this is true. This is what I heard.
Okay.
But they were like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if they brought back the X-Files? We should probably make a bunch of fake X-Files stuff that it's coming back during this year.
And then try to get it to go out.
And they just, like, did it. And then so many people, like, caught on that the network was like, oh, shit, we should probably bring
There's
back
money here.
There's money here.
Which, one of my favorite episodes of that new one, a little off the subject here, was the one about the guy that spit blood from his eyes. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
That was so funny. Like, that episode was hilarious. And they needed to have that one episode in there because that really kind of embodied of some of the spirit of what X-Files was.
No, you're right. Because, like, a lot of these shows that have this kind of longevity, whether it's X-Files, Star Trek, or for me, Supernatural,
right.
It can't take itself too serious.
Yeah.
It can have episodes where it does take itself serious.
Sure.
But if it can make fun of itself here and there, it's so much more endearing.
There's, like, I know that there's a lot of TV shows that have... I don't know if it was just out of straight boredom... Or they just wanted to fuck with the network, or like what it was. But like there was a show that was on for a while that was really popular on The Wire.
Oh, The Wire, that's HBO.
Yeah. They said fuck, like, for 10 minutes. I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes. They just said fuck. Like, they walk around and they're, like, looking, like, at a crime scene, and they're just like, oh, fuck.
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 Like, and I was like, what is going on right now? But back to mind fuck movies. I really want to give some sort of Asian good, because I know that you're not a big fan of Takashi Miike.
Yeah,
you think he's overrated a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's a bit overrated.
But I don't know, the vibe that he puts in some of his movies, though. It's one of those things. It was kind of like how Troma was like at the top for a little while.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like everybody loved Troma for a while, and I'm not saying that they don't still. And I'm not trying to put down anybody that likes Troma, but there was a time where it was like actually really popular. Like,
oh yeah,
it was a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a fad. It was like Full Moon movies.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just had this like overwhelming thing, and I remember being so into it. But Takashi Miike films, I have quite a bit. He's done like Audition, which is kind of a mindfuck movie.
Oh yeah, I don't remember it very very well, but it's very much like I don't want to say like a guinea pig style,
Sorta.
but it's straight up just like a girl eviscerating and fucking up a guy.
Right. I think it was kind of to like women taking back the power.
Okay, yeah.
Because in Japan, it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, because guys are like
it's customary
dick
that women
bags.
are like below.
Yeah.
Not always, but I'm just saying it's like kind of like the old thing.
Yeah.
What is the other movie? Takashi Miike did a episode 13 in the Masters of Horror, the first season.
Oh, I think I might have that, but I don't remember it.
You probably didn't even see it because did you get it on Blu-ray? Do you have the whole set?
Oh, I have them. I think I have the majority of the set on DVD.
Okay, because I think they excluded it from the American release for some reason for a little while.
Why not?
Because it was like really graphic.
Huh.
And I don't remember. At least they removed it from the TV show.
Okay.
So they didn't have it on Showtime. But he did that. I mean, there's Ichi the Killer, and that's just fucking like, what the fuck? But if you watch the movie Gozu, that movie is a fucking trip, dude.
I don't think I've seen it. I've seen Ichi the Killer. I've seen Old Boy.
I don't think he did Old Boy.
What? I thought he did.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm fucking stupid.
Well, it looks like we've gone well over here, but yeah, guys, if you got some fucking crazy movies that maybe we didn't talk about, you'd be surprised. We've probably seen a lot.
Yeah.
But please let us know of anything that you think is really cool. I've literally spent days looking up mindfuck movies so that I could just find them. I think a lot of the times I watch thriller movies because sometimes those have those like really weird twists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's some, and the thing is too, there's other mindfuck movies that I can't place on my brain that I've seen. Yeah. We may bring up mindfuck movies in some other episodes because I know I've seen other ones. I just can't place them right now.
I really want to get back into Asian cinema. Not like, hey, let's go find some new movies, like, because it kind of died off there for a little while. There was like a lot of Asian like ghost story movies.
Oh yeah, like Grudge and shit.
Yeah, like there was so many, it got like overwhelming. But it's kind of interesting how that got so underground and popular.
Yeah.
And then it got into the American mainstream. And then they wouldn't stop making the movies.
They would not stop. Nothing could stop them.
I think America even tried to make a ghost story from Native American Indian, like, woman in the style that was Japanese.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw it, and I rented it from Netflix when we did discs back in the day. And I even did a review of it, but I can't for the life of me. And it's still the #1 review on Netflix if you go and search it. I just can't think
only
of what
#1 because you're the only guy that reviewed it.
I'm like #3 on the... Because I used to like to do reviews on Netflix, if you remember. But I was like #3 on In the Mouth of Madness, which I was like...
Dude, that is one of the fucking greatest goddamn movies ever made.
That I could dedicate an entire episode to.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
This is not reality!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Beyond the Veil podcast.
Thanks for coming by. We appreciate your support. Any help that you can goes a long way. But no, thanks, guys.
Yeah, dude.
See you guys.
You have been listening to Beyond Beyond the Veil Horror Podcast. Tune in every Monday for a new episode. And please stop jerking